Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, and more. Why so many places? Well, I want to give you an alternative to waking up and listening to the news, which will give you a case of the 4A's: angry, anxious, afraid, and aggravated. Don't want you waking up like that. Not good for your health. Not good for my energetic field. So I have a show here for you that has been attempting to be amazing for the last, I always have to look here now. It's 718 consecutive weeks. This is show podcast number 1,500 and something. And I'm still glad to be here. They said I wouldn't last a year because I would not talk about the headlines, politics, religion, or anything that gives you the 4A's. Instead, I have topics and guests to that end. And today is no exception. As you can see, it must be Wednesday because someone's in the studio. She is a U.S. Navy veteran, Navy veteran. She's also a multiple published author, retired OBGYN from Compton, California, a playwright, singer, poet, songwriter, and much more. She is a Renaissance woman and a multi-hyphenate like yours truly, taking something that she wasn't thrilled about happening, which was an accident that led her to not be able to be full-time OBGYN, but she's more than made up for the extracurricular stuff and has a plethora of things, including running for Congress. So please welcome back to the studio the co-host of Straight Talk with Dr. Marissa and
Dr. Tiffanie Tate.
I like the way I did that, actually. You know, I got that order right. Let's see. We got the captain of the Cashew Gallery checking in. It is sorority sister, and Queen. Good morning to you, darling. Always good to see your shiny thumbnail on the Cashew Gallery. And as usual, we are starting with breakfast with us taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich. Top of the bun. We're going to look around like this. What are you grateful for that's outside of yourself within eye distance? And bottom of the bun, something we want to model for you to do before you go to bed tonight so you get a good night's sleep, which is, what do I like about myself inside? What qualities, skills, and abilities do I have that absolutely make me know how loving, lovable, and loved I am? So that is what breakfast is. I've been doing this now for over 3 years, I think, in the morning, since the morning show. And so we're going to do it again. Dr. Tiffanie, what are you grateful for?
Well, I am always grateful for my sisters of the fabulous sorority, the first and the finest Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority incorporated. So I am delighted to see Jerry Foxhall Cater in the Cashew Gallery. And I just think it is great to have the support and love of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I am grateful for so much. It's I'm having a supercharged gratitude love fest with my life. I don't know what happened. It's not a guy that lasted a week, but I the more that I look around and I look at my life, the more grateful I am. Truly, I'm grateful that Shaka Khan and Stevie Wonder made it to Agape on Sunday. That was such a treat, and yeah, I'm grateful for that. What else are you grateful for?
Well, I am grateful that I have a new set of sisters. They are my Emerge sisters, and I had a chance to meet them this weekend. And I went to Six Flags Saturday evening with my Emerge sister Heather, and it turns out that she is a roller coaster junkie just like me, and she has even been to more amusement parks than me. And it was fabulous because we rode on Colossus twice, we rode on Revolution twice, and we just had a Six Flags fabulous time. And if you haven't been to Six Flags in Valencia, I don't have any stake in there. I'm not invested in there. I just had a wonderful time. That is my
Could have
disclaimer.
asked them actually for Asian Oprah giveaway, but next
Yes, yes. But I used to go there when I was a kid. I would spend my birthdays there, and even in the rain, because the rain just meant that there were shorter lines. And we just had a good time.
awesome. Last time I was there, do they still have that ride? Superman?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
they do.
that was thrilling. So was the guy I was with,
Well,
but
they have. I think they have Batman. They have Wonder Woman. I
wow.
think they've modified it.
Yeah, that was right after the divorce, and I was sowing my, seeds, and it was so cute. I had met him at the farmers market in LA, and so we went on this date, and it was like that butterfly feeling, which I haven't had a lot in my life, but I like that feeling. And so I'll never forget, we were waiting to go up with Superman, and the people around us are like, "Oh, are you newlyweds?" It was so cute. Meanwhile, I won't say how many decades younger he was, but I'm hashtag ageless, so we're good. But I am grateful for, before I get too sidetracked on those memories, I am grateful that I get to go support an event on Sunday in Palm Springs. I actually met Cheryl Hines. If you watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, she was the main character there, and she's married to Robert Kennedy Jr., the other one.
Let
And
me tell my eyes. I'm like,
yeah, no, he did not come back. No, the other one. So I think it's John's, is it brother or cousin? Robert Kennedy. Anyways, they're doing a really great. I'll find it during the break and give you a place that you can donate to for cancer research. So I'm going to cover that this weekend in Palm Springs. One more.
And I am just grateful to still be in the land of the living with so much going on. I think every day is a gift, and we need to value life, and we need to value our personal freedom, and we need to really remember what America is and life is, and just support those things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go to the bottom of the bun, which is, and somebody gave you the finger on that one, which is this one, not the other one. um, why do I do the bottom of the bun? A lot of us grow up with well-meaning parents, sometimes more mean than well, who tell us you're really not all that. Don't toot your own horn. Don't get too big for your boots. And as a result, we think that our worthiness comes from other people. Do they like us? Literally, with Gen Zs these days, it's how many likes do I get on my social media, which is a dangerous and horrible and shaky foundation for good mental health. So that's why we do this bottom of it's weight training. It is lifting yourself and understanding you're not perfect, but you're Like I say, 88% fabulous and 12% of the time you step in it. So we want to affirm how great you are so that when you fall asleep, you're not thinking about, oh, I should have done this or should have done that or who done me wrong. Instead, the focus is I am doing the best that I can with the time that I have and the resources I have. It's good. And I can go to sleep now. So what do you like about yourself, Dr. Tiffanie?
I like the fact that I am willing to take time to reflect, because a lot of times we get caught up in going without taking a minute, taking a beat, and just thinking. And if we don't take the time to just pause, stop, breathe, woosah, and think about things, we cannot have introspection and know where we're going and why we're doing what we're doing. And if we get to the reason and the root of why, things can really make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was listening. I was just posting the story so people know we're on. And I appreciate my ability to multitask. uh, as I was doing and really juice my life. I really love the fact that I did not listen to those who told me it is impossible for you to be doing 8 jobs. It's impossible for you to be doing so many different things in your life. And I said, talk to the hand. I only have this one dash in life, and I'm going to juice my life and get every single drop of wonder and bliss and creativity and innovation and time is my most valuable resource. And so I appreciate my continued ability to do that. And I won when someone said last year, you're a mult-hyphenate. And I said, what the heck is that? And they said, well, you do a lot of different things well. And I went, see, if I had listened, there'd only be one thing. So there you go. I appreciate that about myself. And that is the end of breakfast with on Straight Talk with myself and
Doctors in the House with Dr. Tiffanie Tate.
what did I say? Oh, I said
Straight Talk.
And see, I keep pushing that time thing. Straight Talk's on Fridays, and I don't know. I lost.
It's okay. I got you. I got
you. Thank you. I encourage you to do this good life habit, this hashtag Blisscipline every weekday morning with me here on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Bounced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show. And now for the topic of the day. Dr. Tiffanie, what did you choose?
So, remember, we are having our series on Countdown to Love because we have that thing called love creeping up on us, that Valentine's Day thing. So, today we are addressing companionship, commitment, convenience. They're kind of all tangled up. What are we really choosing? Is it convenience? Is it companionship? Is it commitment? So, what is it that we choose when we relate to each other? Personally, professionally, romantically? It's kind of like a hodgepodge melting pot, like a soup, a gumbo, per se.
A relationship gumbo. Yeah, I got a little let's see. I said convenience, companionship, or relationship. I would probably have worded it a little differently than my co-host. Hanging out, hanging in, or hanging up.
Yeah, that's about
In
right.
either case, it's a good question to ask yourself before dipping your toe into the dating pool. What is your intention? What is it that you are looking for? I thought that was kind of cute.
Yes, absolutely. Either way, it's time to smack it, flip it, toss it around, rub it down, dive into that pool. Because the fact is, have you ever been with someone not because you loved them, but just because it was easy? You don't have to answer it out loud unless you want to. This is just something to think about, a point of reflection. Um, it's just something to just say, something to make you go, hmm,
Yes. Hmm.
hmm.
Um, yes, I have so much to say on this, but I always I do want to put you on the spot and say, and why did you choose this topic, Dr. Tiffany?
Well, like I said
Doctor?
before, when I was walking with the relationship coach during the MLK walk, we had a lot of discussions about the intricacies of relationships and how we as Americans, and I say we because I live in America, we don't necessarily love appropriately. And you look, and I'm just not saying this romantically, I'm just saying, look at how we treat each other. You can see how we treat each other on a daily basis, whether it's in the news flashes, and just the highlights. We just don't treat each other with respect on a daily day basis. You can drive down the street, you hear somebody blowing their horn at each other, from road rage to just the headlines. And you look at how we treat one another, we don't necessarily have the kindness in humankind. And so look at how we relate to one another. Then you look at our intimacy relationships, and then you look at the divorce rates. And so you look at modern connections. Are they driven by comfort? Are they driven by company? Are they driven by commitment? Then you look at my relationship. I had a long-term marriage that still ended up in divorce. You and I are both, divorcees.
Happily
And
divorced.
yes, happily divorced. And so you have to look at, is it because we have trauma in our lives, or is it just because of other issues? Now, we both had trauma within our marriages, but how do we move past that? And then you look at, the dating experiences after that. How does it go? Then you look at, dating apps, busy lives, loneliness, fear of vulnerability. How do all of these interplay with moving past that? So then you propose this to our listeners or our viewers. If your partner disappeared tomorrow, would you miss them, or just how they fit into your life?
Hmm. So, okay, my reaction to that one is my BS, my belief system is that divorce is not a bad thing. Okay,
Oh, no,
so
it's not. It
right,
was
right. No, 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 I'm
victory.
not saying that you
No,
aren't.
no, I'm saying for me, it was a victory.
Well, it's like the semantic from the old days, and this is what I do in the first half of the show. We talk about, the moose on the table, which is my Canadian version of the talking about the elephant in the room. And in the olden days, or in the past, in the baby boomer and before, divorce was a bad thing because you were supposed to stay together for the rest of your life, to death do us part, which I think is maudlin, but that was the expectation. And if you didn't make it that full whatever, there was something wrong with you. You failed. It's a failed marriage. I hate that term. I say divorce is just a signal that the road together, that chapter in your book of romance, has come to a close. That's it. That's all divorce is in my book,
Mhm.
in my life. So I'm inviting you, if you're feeling guilty about your divorce, if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling like a failure, today's the last day you feel that. It's
Absolutely.
chapter that ended, and you can have long chapters or short chapters. I just had a chapter end in 1 week. So it was still a good chapter. I'm not going to blame him. I felt the possibility of something longer term, a longer chapter, but you just don't know until you get to know people how long it's going to last, and it will last as long as you both are having an 88% good time. And when you're not, it is time for that chapter to finish. Um, not going to the extreme of not working at it, but if you're working that hard in the first trimester in my pregnancy model of relationships, uh, there's something it's just not matching, right? So I just wanted to put that moose on the table for anyone, who is feeling coming up on Valentine's, as Dr. Tiffany wanted to do this walk up into Valentine's or Sad Day, Single Awareness Day, that we want to elevate your BS belief systems around love so that you are less hard on yourself. I mean, that's the ultimate goal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's important to note that it is okay to not have a Valentine. If you have one, it's okay and great for you. And if you don't have one, it's okay, great for you, because you can always love yourself. You can take yourself out on a date. Just like Miley Cyrus said, you can hold your own hand. You can buy yourself flowers. You can take yes, you can take yourself out to dinner. You can take yourself out to the movies. You can date yourself, and you can go out with your friends and your family. So it is okay to not have a date. But the key idea is, what does convenience look like if you are in a relationship with someone, and it's just routine and you're just in the same bed and there's like low effort and you're staying because leaving feels harder.
And
And there's examples of like situationships, because a lot of times people have those situationships and these long-term relationships that are situationships, and they're just running on autopilot.
Mhm. And lately, this theme has been written about, talked about more. It's called a gray divorce. I started thinking about, I've been thinking about this for a long time because I do disagree that if you don't stay together until you both grow old together, that it's not a bad thing. And specifically, I was playing mahjong with someone who she I mentioned my blood clots, and she said, "That's exactly why I left my marriage." And I went, "Huh?" And she explained that her best friend died of blood clots and made her ask the question, am I in this relationship for convenience? Am I in this relationship for companionship? Why am I married? And it was a 20 some year marriage. And she said, I'm not happy. And so she divorced him and then ended up falling in love with a woman. So, I mean, for her, it was, and I asked her because you know me, just a tad direct. I said, "Did you know, that you are you bi or gay?" And she said, "No, I always knew, but in our culture, in her culture, that was like a big no no." So she was living a life where she was last, like everybody's cultural expectations, husband's expectations, family's expectations. She had kids, everything she put above her happiness. So that is one of the examples I wanted to share with you on this particular topic, because
Mhm.
what is your long-term relationship, maybe you're not married, but are you with someone for a self enhancing reason? I guess that would be the right self loving reason, not
Mhm.
selfish necessarily, although I'm a huge student and teacher of the law of attraction from Abraham Hicks. And selfish is not a bad thing.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Because I think it's important to evaluate the emotional connection, without full commitment. And we're not saying that any of these things are bad. It is, as long as you are satisfied and content with what you are doing. You are a full grown adult. I cannot tell you what to do, and Dr. Marissa cannot tell you what
unless
to do.
unless you pay me.
Well, that's true. And it's like this. What does compatibility really mean? It is about your emotional safety. And if you are happy and content with those shared experiences and you are feeling seen at least most of the time, how how is it? But you have to realize It does differ from love because there is less risk and there is less depth. Because compatibility is not necessarily love. It's just that we get along to stay along. And there's some reasons that people choose this. They choose it because there is less fear of heartbreak, and there is the reason that people fall in line with this because they usually have some trauma in their background.
Yeah. I think absolutely, Dr. Tiffany, that is describes why would you stay in a relationship where it is just um flatlined? How's that?
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. And let me balance it out because I'm all about balance. We're not talking that if your relationship, you've been with someone for 10 years and you're not like doing what you did in the first 3 months or the first year, right? Jumping each other's bones and just like a constant, I can't wait to get home to you, blah, 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 blah. And that's great. But there's also a comfort in the companion part of the equation that I don't want to throw that baby out with the bathwater. You're not with people because you're damaged and you don't know what you want. I mean, there's still, you can be healthy and you are both, let's not go out. Let's not do
Mhm.
something thrilling. Let's just chill and relax. And it's funny. I had in my swipe or no swiping, I had a guy actually ask, what is it about you? Because you are a public figure that people would be surprised to know about you, right? And that got me thinking. And I thought, with all the places that I go and the things that I do, it probably would surprise people that honestly, one of my favorite things to do is come home and just, watch a good series or watch something remote with my daughter or my best friend. Like that's one of my favorite things. And people would be, what, really? So I want to give a little commercial for the comfort is not always a bad thing. But I think what you're talking about, Dr. Tiffany, correct me if I'm wrong, on your interpretation that when things get stagnant, right? They're so
Mhm.
comfortable that there's absolutely like if someone dropped dead, you wouldn't even notice. That kind of comfort.
Mhm.
Is that what you're
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. And the reality is, like you said, that your friend who left the relationship after 20 years, you don't know if companionship can last forever, convenience can last forever, and what happens when the romance fades.
Yeah. Well, that's my pregnancy model of relationship. First trimester is romantic. Absolutely hands down. Second trimester is real. Second trimester, you get the indigestion and you find out, that the piece of fruit that you just bought in the marketplace, only the good side was showing. Second trimester, you turn it and you see the bruises and all the imperfections. And then the third trimester is choice. You have the choice. Do I want is am I having a good time 80% of the time with that person? If you are, that's a match. And then you look at them. Are they having a good time 80% of the time? Yes, then it's a match. But I have to say that, and this is going to sound like I'm female bashing, but many of the women that I see and get to talk to for relationship coaching say that they're 80% happy with their mate. And then they point out everything that's wrong, which sounds way more than 20%.
Mhm. Now, the statistics show that 37% of adults are in relationships for convenience.
Oh, wow. That's
That
high.
mhm. Yeah.
And and they are defining convenience as um
Um, they move in for convenience and then specifically 38 for financial convenience.
a sugar daddy. or sugar
Or
what?
sugar mama.
Or sugar mama? Huh. Okay.
So you can go within that, break that 37% down, further
Hmm.
and look for different motivations. So so you can look for further financial reasons, credit cards, salaries, and things like that. And it's interesting because they don't really look at the longevity, but I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it says that 44% of couples in a separate survey reported moving in together for financial reasons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I know people who did not divorce for financial reasons. It made more sense to stay together and pretend they were married. So that's a progression. If you think about in the old days that um, you would you would divorce because where was that thought going? That
So
train
they
just
used to
never
say it's
leaves
cheaper
my
to keep her. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like you would get divorced for oh, never mind. You keep going. It was a really good thought. You can wave it goodbye. Oy, oy, oy. I think the blood thinner is definitely getting to my memory system. But
Well,
go ahead.
no, go ahead. You remembered, so go ahead.
No, I didn't. I just looked at the clock. I was just like, I'm like, good. I have a whole break to try to remember what brilliant thing I was just gonna say. But hey, not perfect. There you go. We need to take a break for news, weather, traffic, and a word from our sponsors. So don't go away. We'll be right back on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show, and doctors in the house with myself and
Dr. Tiffanie Tate.
don't go away. We'll be right back in 2 and 2 or peace in, peace out. Welcome to Balanced Tai Chi Gong. My name is Dr. Marissa Pei. For the next 28 minutes, we will be slow dancing with the universe in a moving meditation that promotes inner peace, one breath at a time. Just follow the sound of my voice and move with me as I guide you through this ancient wisdom through New Thought practice. As a corporate psychologist, I created this practice in response to my life and those of my clients. We were professional, high achievement-oriented, multitasking control freaks and exhausted. No matter how many successes, it was never enough. That, coupled with a painful life experience, led me on a quest to find another way to live and back to my Chinese roots. If you practice regularly, I can promise you that it will impact all health vortexes. Body, mind, spirit, soul. You will be in a place of balance and inner peace the way we were created. 谢谢. Be my partner, dance with me, just hold on, I will.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tiffanie Tate, but I was not always a doctor. I'm originally from Compton, California, and I was raised by a single parent who had 2 children of her own, and I was her bonus 3rd child. I know what it is to have to struggle and to have to work hard to make ends meet. I was a waitress at the Waffle House. I was the bagger at the end of the grocery store asking you if you wanted paper or plastic at Lucky Supermarket. Please visit my website and learn more about me. I'm a veteran officer of the United States Navy, board certified OBGYN, author of 4 soon-to-be 5 books. My website is votedrtate.com. That is VOTEDRTATE.com. I'm running for California State Senate. Our community deserves someone who understands what it means to struggle, who understands your rights, who understands how to make the economy better, who understands healthcare. Please visit my website, support me so that I can help you. My name is Dr. Tiffanie Tate, and I'm running for California State Senate of the 32nd District. Paid for by Dr. Tate for State Senate.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course, my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe and give me the finger, this one, not the other one, you'll get an alert every weekday morning to tune in to the show about hope and happiness. And you may also get a chance to win something. Today's Asian Oprah giveaway is actually a pair of tickets to Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Yeah, Don McLean is coming back to the Saban Theater. It's a very memorable show. Lots of his music. He's quite the character himself. So if you'd like a pair of free tickets to Don McLean at my longtime show sponsor, Dana, the executive producer of Where Music Meets the Soul at the beautiful Saban Theater in Beverly Hills, just go to my website, which if you go there, just asianoprah.online or Dr. Marissa. Google knows me quite well. You can fill in the email address and I will get instructions on how you can pick up your Asian Oprah giveaway, your free tickets to Don McLean. And that will be on February the 7th, which is not the Saturday, but the following. So I hope you enjoy those. And we're back with Dr. Tiffanie Tate, because we are in our fabulous Wednesday series called Doctors in the House. And today's topic is
convenience, companionship, or commitment. What are we really choosing, people?
What does commitment mean besides the first thing that comes to my mind every time is being committed to a mental institution? So obviously that is getting in the way of my getting in a committed relationship. But yeah,
I agree. So, in contrast to the depth with the earlier concepts, the key ideas of being in a committed relationship, a real relationship, you need to have intentional choice. There's growth through discomfort, and there's mutual accountability. Those are key. There's a myth about love. Love is not effortless. Hollywood kind of glamorizes it and make it seems all beautiful and just flawless. But the reality is love is messy, love is hard, and it takes work. And the reason why commitment feels so scary today is that there's just so many options. And there's this fear of losing your freedom.
And that's exactly why I'm single.
Yeah, because you're either single or you're married, and
or in a committed relationship.
Yes, that's true. Or in a committed relationship. But love isn't always exciting, but it is alive and it's vibrant and it's beautiful. But commitment does not kill freedom, and avoidance kills intimacy. And we have to reframe the way we look at it, because it can be beautiful if it's done correctly.
Yeah. I grew up with Cinderella. I grew up with Snow White. I grew up with this idea, like you said, that, love is, as soon as you find them, it's into the sunset and it's smooth sailing. And that is definitely not what relationships are, a good relationship. However, I will also say that it doesn't have to be that much work. I was interviewed down in San Diego for KUSI during this season, and the question was, how hard should relationships be? Sorry, my mind is in the gutter right now. How difficult should relationships be? It's not even Friday. Sorry, folks, but yeah.
You're adults here. It's okay.
I know I'm horrible. So like it should okay. It is work, like you're saying. It does take an effort, but how much effort is too much effort? That is $1 million question, because nobody has come up with a good enough answer for me, which keeps me I go out, I think I have a good time, and then um, I hit a bump where there's a disagreement about something, and I'm out of there because life's way too short to be in conflict, right? And I understand that's unrealistic. But like you said, my past also with conflict, I grew up where conflict meant I was going to get beat. So I think there's a healthy learning in that. And then the unhealthy part is, if I haven't worked through that stuff, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. And I do not want to be that old lady with the gray hair and wearing turquoise with cats. So I have to put the moose on the table for myself and sort of retrain myself on what a good relationship or a good committed relationship looks like. So help me, Dr. Tiffanie,
Okay.
understand, like, how many arguments or what things, uh, like how much disagreement can you have, right?
Okay. First things first,
Yes.
cats are cute. And so let's
Mhm.
not offend the cat lovers out there,
Yes.
because I love cats and dogs.
I'm
I love
allergic.
the fur.
That's my thing.
Yes, you may not have a fur baby, but I love the fur babies. So let's start with there. So
I
the
am allergic. I'm truly allergic. So
okay.
that's one of the
So
reasons.
when you eventually get a fur baby, you can get a doggy. So when you become a fur mom, again,
If I get a dog, Dr. Tiffany, let's put this moose on the table. I will not date anymore because I will have all the unconditional love that I need. So we can't get a dog. We can't have a
okay.
fur baby.
We'll put the fur baby off for maybe another 5, 10 years
Okay.
as we work you through the dating pool. That's number one. We're going to give you some
Drowning
time.
in the pool.
We're gonna work you through the pool. I think we can get you there. I really do. I just think it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be a quick fix. And that's one of our problems with the way we approach love, because convenience asks nothing of you. Love asks everything and gives more back. And we have to be patient. And it's not going to be a microwave answer. We have to be patient. There is no set answer saying, well, how many arguments can we have? There is no mathematical equation saying, okay, X plus Y equals Z. Okay, we can't do this algebraic equation when it comes to love. We have to go with how the chemistry works out. And when you find the right person and you are able to mesh well with that person, you will know based on how you interact.
I'm using my assistant Google to ask
And
what
you'll have to make it personal and interactive. And there'll be some guided reflections like, Are you settling or are you building? Do you feel chosen? Are you growing or just comfortable? And I won't be able to answer those questions for you. And you will have to have somebody who's not just doing all the talking, but listening as well.
What?
You lucky you're online. I'll get you.
I know. Our studios are miles apart and she'd be kicking me already. Google just said this. A healthy, committed relationship is built on a foundation of mutual trust, open communication, and respect, and blah 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 blah. Okay, I get that, but what does
Mhm.
it really look like? Like how much bickering? Like even my bonus parents who were married for 74 years, she passed earlier last year. It's going to be almost a year actually next month on the
Mhm.
22nd. And I would get uncomfortable when they would bicker. So, like,
But
how much
bickering is
bickering?
healthy in a
I don't know
relationship.
about that. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of complaining, and I hate
No, Dr.
complaining.
Marissa, I
Yes.
promise you, because let me tell you one thing. The most the most important thing in a relationship, we're always talking about communication, communication, communication.
Right.
Even arguing in a relationship is good. The problem is when you go silent, because when you go silent, it means that you have given up.
No.
Silence. Yeah. Well, no,
No.
it depends on the length of the silence. It's different. If you're going silent to just contemplate how you're going to respond, it's different. But prolonged silence, especially from a woman's perspective, sometimes it means that she is shut down. She is contemplating how she's planning to leave. Um, that is like the majority of the time because she is like quiet quitting. And that is not a good sign. I'm probably giving telling on women who are like, Tiffany, shut up. You're putting my business out in the street. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. But most men are probably not even watching this show.
We'll see. We'll see what comments come back. But I disagree with that one only because for me, I don't well, okay, I have to be honest. So if I get quiet, it means that I do not want to engage with you fighting. I mean,
But how long are you
that's
quiet? How long are you
how long
quiet?
am I quiet? I'm quiet for as long as it takes me to get back to my balance. And I will say, I'm sorry, I can't talk about this right now. And then I will say, when are you ready? You know, when you're ready, I would like to revisit this. I don't say this in theory. It would be I will revisit this when I've calmed down. I really don't want to say anything that I regret. I mean, that's the truth. But then I know I give up too easily and I'll say this is just a sign that we're not meant to be or there's not a match. But I know that I also teach. It's my brand that non-constructive conflict is just a waste of time and energy. So drop the rope. Don't poke the animal. Don't start something that is going to end badly because you can't unring a bell. So I I I'm pretty adamant about this stuff, which is again probably to your credit why I'm single is I just don't have that kind of tolerance. However, with my children, we have learned that if we disagree about something, we can get mad and then when enough time has passed to answer your question, it's usually like 4 or 5 hours, one will come to the other and say, "Can we start this day over again?" So
Mhm.
it isn't always me leaving, right? I can do that with my kids. But I when a guy says I like deep conversations, I like a healthy debate, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not for you. I don't enjoy that. I don't like it. It to me, arguing about something that is your right to believe however you want to believe. I don't want you to change my mind. I don't want to change your mind.
Mm. And I think when it comes to relationships, think about what's the longest you've gone without talking to a person in a relationship?
Well,
After an argument or a debate or
my
something.
mom stopped talking to me for 8 years when I did not sign something she wanted me to sign when my father passed. So,
Okay.
I just had an aha. Thank you, Dr. Tiffany. So I learned from the best, and she did the best that she could, but that was her she did a lot of that. If she was unhappy with me, she stopped talking to me for a day, 2 weeks, 2 months, 8 years.
And that was not a healthy relationship.
No,
It
it was
really crippled the relationship. And when you don't communicate or you sparsely communicate, it cripples the relationship. You think you're punishing somebody, you think you're doing something, all you're doing is negatively affecting the
but I
relationship.
don't think I'm punishing them. I'm
No, no, I'm just speaking
protecting
to our
myself.
listeners. No, no.
I'm protecting myself is what I'm understanding now.
Oh no, absolutely. You might be doing that, but you're also crippling the relationship if it's a relationship that you want to protect. And the reality is that it's not necessarily something that you do if you want to nurture the relationship because your relationship with your mom was strained.
Mm. Well, it was not a healthy relationship, but
Yes.
I don't regret it because, it chiseled me into who I am today. So,
Absolutely. But if you had a relationship with a significant other or
an insignificant other.
insignificant other
Yeah.
that you wanted to nurture,
Yeah.
that is not the route of communication that you would want to take.
Yeah. And I use that when I do relationship coaching with other people. I have them hold hands, look in eyes, and talk about how wonderful the qualities they have. I know that's why the show is called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. I know how to do it, but I'm coming clean and just putting my moose on the table and saying it is maybe I'm too damaged on that one. Maybe I
Mhm.
just cannot get to a place where the protected part of me can overcome the desire part of me.
Mhm. Absolutely. Now, the reality is everything we just talked about, if you want those types of relationships, it is okay to have those types of relationships. You just have to be honest with yourself, saying that is what you want. I'm not saying that they're good or bad. I'm just helping you clarify what type of situation you are in, as long as you are honest with yourself and with your partner. The problem isn't convenience or companionship. The problem is calling it love when it is not love and clarifying and classifying it.
So if you're identifying with me, I'll put myself on the table and how many profiles do I look? It's almost like a drug, when you're looking through profiles and you read what they want, and everybody's looking for the one, and everybody's looking for that for the last part of their lives, the last chapter of their lives, that romance that will, grow old together. It's a little late because
It's never too late. People are living nice long lives.
but it's kind of late to develop that lifelong grow old together relationship because come on, folks, put that moose on the table. Uh, I've lived how much of my life independently, doing what I want, when I want, how I want, and I think it's unrealistic for me to even think that I can find someone in a short time to live out and develop that kind of glue that it's going to take to last longer than a week.
I think you should keep your standards, but be willing to negotiate on the arguing and don't call it arguing, but be flexible on debating. Because the reality is, you don't want to be in any type of relationship where you are tolerated. You want to be chosen and prioritized on a daily basis.
Oh,
And
I like that. I like that. That definition actually, you know, it's not blah 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 blah, right? So you
Mhm.
feel chosen and cherished, or what did you use? The word was
Yeah.
chosen and
Yeah. You want to be chosen on a daily basis and not tolerated.
okay. Okay. That's helpful.
Yeah, I
So
think that's simple and it's something that is doable. And when you look at where you are right now and your prospective partner, those are achievable goals.
to be chosen and not tolerated, can
And
I do
prioritized.
that? Can I do that for someone? And can they do that for me? Okay.
Yeah.
That is a much more realistic uh, um, desire to have than the one for the rest of my life, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. First of all, I don't think there is the one. There's many people you can spend time with and have a great time with. So I think trying to find that one to complete you is also setting yourself up for failure, but that's another day and another topic. But yeah, we're getting to the point where we have to sort of wrap this up. Wow. It always goes fast with you. It's a compliment, Dr. Tiffany. Um, let's see. Go ahead. I don't have a final word, and I still haven't remembered what the heck it was I wanted to
It's
say
all
before
good. So my thing is this: live life according to your standards as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else. Convenience is okay if you choose it. Companionship is beautiful if it's honest. And commitment is powerful if you are ready for it. Just don't call something love if it's never anything, if it never asks anything of you.
Okay. My final word is that there is a balance and a something in between Mr. Right and Mr. Right now. So a relationship, a good, good ship, good lollipop ship. What was that Shirley Temple used to say?
On the good ship
Good ship,
lollipop?
lollipop. Yeah. So that relation lollipop ship, there is a way to have something that is not just convenient or right now or not toleration, and something that is a pipe dream, right, of the one. So Mr. Right, my desire now is to aspire to a relationship where I am chosen and not tolerated, and he is chosen and not tolerated.
Hmm.
Thank
And
you.
remember, real love doesn't just keep you company, it helps change you.
I don't know if I like that part.
Because they comfort and keep you. They're
I
not
don't
just
want to change though. I like myself. Well,
Dr.
anyway, so now
Marissa,
we're gonna
it's
do
a
another
growth
hour.
thing. It's a growth thing. We're
I don't
always
like
talking
growth.
about growth.
I don't want a growth on me.
You know what?
Anyway,
You know what? You are so lucky you're on my computer. We're gonna pray for her. Come on.
she's gonna shake her finger at me. It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out. World peace through, inner peace. Ah, this was fun. I love aggravating my co-host. Um, Dr. Tiffany, take us out. Or
Now
I know she's
go.
gonna take me out.
Yes. Now go and have the best day ever.
We'll see you tomorrow.